Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Today, I haven't done a crossword video for quite a long time, so Simon suggested that I have a look at one of the Times' monthly club specials. Now, these puzzles are deliberately designed to be as obscure as possible, with words from the furthest reaches of Chambers Dictionary and clues that are equally as difficult. And Simon, I think, believes that my reaction to those is more interesting than maybe dashing through a daily puzzle as quickly as I can. So I'm going to have a look at July's, which should at least have the benefit when we finish of saying whether it's right or not. And here we go. Here it comes, and let's have a go. One across, 4-9. Oddly lazy opinion, looks like an anagram, took off Aristotle's one of us. Oddly lazy opinion took. Okay, so the letters L and Z from lazy being the odd letters in it, and then opinion took. So an anagram of LZ opinion took. Aristotle's one of us. Those are some crazy letters if that's really what's going on there. No, don't know that. Let's have a look at one down. There's another Z in this. Spiritual leader and Zulu, consequently tango in a sort of skirt. That's going to be some extraordinary word from some form of Aboriginal language, I expect. Very difficult. Right, 2 down. Here's lazy again. Grass is up, lazy robber, not all there. Okay. Well, that, I think, has to be hidden in lazy robber written upwards, so I presume it's Oriza. Now it's worth knowing that this puzzle really goes for the scrabbly letters like Z, Q and X a lot. Too much Lambrusco, that's about a flute. Lambrusco, that's a very specific Y. I suppose that's vino. Is it Ottavino? Yes. I think that's a word, so I'm going to assume it's a flute, and we've got OTT and vino around A. Lambrusco just doing the job as an Italian wine. Now, pointed way, leaving firm. Steady without ST being a way, but that just makes ED. Pointed. No, I don't know. Let's try 3 down. Rubber of bridge in Monaco. Scotsman leads top cards. It's a plausible setting. Rubber of bridge in Monaco. But I think we have to separate out rubber and the bridge here. Monaco may be just there as a French-speaking place. So what's a bridge in French? A pont? Pontian and top cards, ace and king, that's a bit too random. Pontianak, Ian can be a Scotsman. Quite like that. I just don't know the word. I don't see how that's a rubber, but there will be words I don't know in this puzzle. 4 down, scoff after one probes ally's body for old death portent. I'm thinking about a hoot owl there. I may have been watching too much TV for that. Scoff. Eat. Jeer. Okay, so has that used up all the letters actually solved? I think it has. Let's have another look at this. LZ opinion took. Aristotle's one of us. Is Aristotle anything other than the philosopher? Mathematician. Don't know. Let's see if we can get something else out. Okay, let's just move on amongst the downs. 5 down. Unsuitable as fair. Halve that after journeys abandoned quietly. Well, it looks like a journey without P or maybe sh. And then half of that. Unsuitable as fair. So presumably in Judaism or Islam, it's going to be a word for not allowed to be eaten, isn't that? Trefa? Yes. Trifa, maybe. See, I thought trefa spelt like that was the opposite of kosher. Half of fair would be FA. And journey abandoning quietly. See, maybe it's trifa, trip without the P, rather than trek without the K. That might be a variant spelling. I mean, I don't like that because I don't know that spelling, but let's see. Gold chain worn by old paramilitaries in that particular role. So a Latin phrase for in that particular role. That looks like the definition. Gold can be AU, yes, as such, with the SS being pretty violent old paramilitaries. I was thinking about the IRA, but they're probably not old, they're probably still going. 7 down, politician that fans of the sun would want if returned. Tan, so a Nat is a nationalist politician. Ooh. T and N and O, they're all still in what I thought were the anagram fodder, so Aristotle's one of us. I mean, it's got to be some Greek phrase, but I don't know. 9, Big Apple contingent. Latterly accommodated as e.g. Tamworth sleeper movement. Well, Tamworth, what can a Tamworth be an example of? A pig. Pig could go in the middle there with late, latterly. I don't know. No, don't know what's going on. 6, ask a man who's inside twice to rouse the butler. Yeah, well, I think this is another complicated anagram of ask a man and then H and H, because that's the inside of who twice. And there is a word like, I'm kind of guessing at the spelling there, but something like Khansama is a Arabic butler. Amma would be in that, and Khan, that's quite plausible. The K is good for the anagram and 1 across. I've got some confidence, even though, I couldn't have told you that was definitely a word. Cross in second area, burnt down. That looks like X in mo for second and A for area. Moxa? I don't know why that's burnt down. 12 down, helmsman, cox, that's good. Absurd, taking front of boat in vain. Well, that's coxcomb something. Cox, and then comical with being will give you coxcombical, and a coxcomb is someone vain, so that might be a kind of fanciful adjective from it. I mean, I don't know these words very well. Killer at sea, looks like orca. Is that straightforward? Maybe 30 seconds, min is half a minute, so 30 seconds, very indirect, from a holiday island of Minorca. Excellent. After cycling, able to hold 10 glasses of beer, maybe, or wine. Well, 10 can sometimes be IO, because it looks like it. So Rioja would be a wine that fits, and that would be jar. 10 jar. Able to hold. Why would... I kind of like that being Rioja, but it gets into J in, which the setter would like. Does seem to be something to do with a jar with IO. And then cycling means the same letters but starting in a different position and going back from the beginning. Charlie stuffs party bags for little nippers. So this is some sort of crabs. Grabs party bags? Do is the party. Grabs is the bags, so they must be dog grabs, which is a variety I haven't heard of either, but seems to work. Surely could be no doubt. Wear French, that's O-U. Not English is in credit, so no debt with OU replacing E for English. Okay, this is going okay down here. Condition of Rex. Kinghood? Kinglyhood? After treatment, doing okay, I left hospital. Yeah, that is kinglyhood. Again, I don't know the word, it's just something that seems likely to be one. 15, and I mean the anagram's perfect there, by the way, that's how I'm being sure. Doing okay, I, and then L for left and H for hospital. And snapper needing a breather after climbing a peak. Well, the peak could be an Alp, and if that was climbing, a plage, no, that doesn't look good. Snapper, photographer of some sort, needing a breather is gill. After climbing, alligator, so you've got a tor at the end after a gill has, or a and then gill has climbed, and the gill is the breather. Not like a break from exercise, but something that actually breathes. 24. Put an end to gossip and stop one tweeting. It looks like, I think, the definition is probably put an end to, but gossip and stop one tweeting. So one tweeting could well be a baby bird rather than a member of the Twitterati. 25 down. Husband denied knowing, development of plot. So if husband is denied from arch, which means knowing, you get arc, and a story arc is a plot development. 27. Live bar music's ending and tricolore's waving. So I think we're looking at an anagram of bar, C for music's ending, and tricolor. That would be 13 letters. And I think the definition is live or live, which is quite a short definition for a very long phrase. Ball, some sort of, no, there's only one L. Where's the B going to go? Oh, I think we're on the right track, but I don't quite know how the anagram resolves. 21. Regularly failing ports. Ask our computer geeks. Yes, this is a Japanese word. So it's the alternate letters from ports ask our, which is otaku. And that is, I think, a class of Japanese who are very good with computers. So the U's okay, and the anagram down here. Live. That's such an odd definition for a long phrase. Bar, tricolor, C. So there's another C and a B to get into this anagram. Wow, I don't know what that is yet. 24. Put an end to gossip and stop gossip gab. Yak. Stop one tweeting. No, that's tough. Right, 20. Drumming and cheers, perhaps, having kicked bottle round and round. Well, drumming can be a tattoo, which would fit. Cheers. Yeah, there's some sort of hello, goodbye, or something phrase, tatty. Some sort of ta-ta. Cheers perhaps could be TA, having kicked bottle. Oh, TT is having kicked bottle because you're a teetotal. Whoa. Round and round is O and O. That's very clever wordplay, but that's tough. 14 down. To go off carrying trailer. Something long Victoria had picked up. This. What's that about? I mean, I don't know. This must be the definition at the end. So maybe we're looking for something long, but trailer could be an ad, perhaps. Always looking for short synonyms, remember? Something long. Road, rot, carrying ad. So road to something long. Road truck or road train, or train would be good. That would give us conductor down here. Oh no, there's no C. Ah, hang on, yes, the definition's live bar. And is in the anagram, not bar. Okay, so it's a conductor rail, which I've clearly not typed in correctly there. Let's try again. There we go. So this looks like road train. Something long Victoria had picked up. How's that rain? Oh, that sounds like Victoria's long reign. R-E-I-G-N. Okay, picked up is a homophone indicator, because if you pick something up, you hear it. Now, put an end. I'm going to really have to just think of a word that fits here. To gossip and stop one. I just don't know. Put an end to. I have to come back to that. That isn't looking easy. 24. Walk covered in Packer broadcast. Curb? No, I'm going to believe road train, so I don't think it can be, but a walk or to walk. Covered in Packer broadcast. Don't know. 13. Asking to be released from Englit briefly to visit motoring group's festival. The AA is always the shortest motoring group. Asking to be released. So I'm sort of requesting release. Englit briefly to visit motoring groups. And the festival could be a gala, perhaps. Let's go back to one down, see what was going on there. So, this one, spiritual leader and Zulu, consequently tango, in a sort of skirt. I suppose the whole answer could be a sort of skirt, in which case it's got a slightly better chance than if it's a spiritual leader. But if it's got a Z in it, and only one of them probably, consequently could be then tango. Zarathustra, how about that? Yes. Oh my god, that is hard. So we've got Z for Zulu from the phonetic alphabet. A sort of skirt is a rah-rah, and that's gone around THUST, which is thus for consequently, and T for tango, also from the phonetic alphabet. And Zarathustra, who of course I really only know from Also sprach Zarathustra, was a spiritual leader, either in the Bible or the Apocrypha or something, I think. Walk covered in Packer broadcast. Wow. What the heck is that? Broadcast can be an anagram indicator, but surely not here. Stoa is a walk in ancient Egypt. How is that covered in Packer? Stoa, someone who packs. Broadcast, meaning it sounds like it. Okay, asking to be released from Englit briefly to visit motoring group's festival. Do not know. Let's have a look at A. Oh, pointed. Way, leaving firm. So it's sturdy without the ST for the way. Not quite the steady I was looking at, but firm is sturdy or steady. Pointed, I think is from, I've seen it as URDE. I think that's from heraldry, as some sort of French origin word meaning pointed. So we're zoon politikon. Politikon looks good, doesn't it? That's like clearly a Greek style of word. Now, what letters of the anagram would that use? Took, pilin, zoon politikon. That works for the anagram. I'm not going to claim it's a phrase I knew before, but zoon is clearly something to do with life. We have zoa in English now. Politikon, again, obviously politic is a decent beginning. I didn't know that particular ending. And I presume, Aristotle's one of us, of the political class of life, perhaps? Anyway, this rubber of bridge in Scotland. So again, pont is looking good. I mean, it does look like Pontianak, and I don't know what that word means. Rubber? Can't just be a kind of pencil eraser, can it? Okay, back to 13. Could be with a Q, couldn't it? Asking to be released. Quarantina, perhaps. From Inglit. Briefly. To visit motoring goop. I don't know. Do not know what's going on there. Let's see if we can finish off the other ones. Big Apple contingent. Well, NY, plausible still for Big Apple. Contingent. Of course, that could be an if or something rather than just the normal noun. Sleeper movement. Oh, yeah. So this is a movement in the eyelids of sleepers, and that's nicty something. Ends in a Y, doesn't it? Not. I can think of various beginnings. Nocty or nicty. I do think there could be a Y there actually as well. Contingent. Latterly is last. No. I'm not sure what the Tamworth is then. Did think it was a pig earlier. Now, of course, I'm not absolutely sure about the I of Triffer. Gonna need some help from 4 down. Scoff after one probes ally's body. Could L be ally's body? For old death portent. Lichgate is an old entrance to a cemetery. So after one scoff, though, what's that? Lich ally's body. Yeah, so it could be something for scoff in these 4 letters, blank, blank, O blank. After I, there. And then L there, making up the rest of ally's body. Chow, a lich owl, not a hoot owl. Okay, so I want this now to be nictilasti or noctilasti, whatever that might mean. Or maybe not lasty. I don't really know what the word is. It'd be annoying to have to look it up. Let's keep working on this wordplay. Big Apple contingent. Okay, so the E.G. Tamworth sleeper movement, maybe this is a movement of the eyelids that only occurs in pigs. That'd be insane, but it's possible. But we've got so much wordplay up here. We need something for Big Apple, something for contingent, and then therefore something for latterly. And I was thinking last for latterly, and I still quite like that. But That makes contingent something C, something I, which doesn't really work, or C, something I, and then that last letter. I just feel it's something like Nicty Lasty. And that just seems like a word, almost. I'll come back to that. What's this one? Asking to be released from eng lit briefly. So we could put eng and li, which would be lit briefly, into Motoring Groups Festival. I mean, it would again make a really odd word that I don't know. Asking to be released from eng lit briefly to visit. Okay, so the whole thing's a festival. Oh, it is a festival, isn't it? There's a Quirinalia or something in Rome. Okay, so the beginning isn't the definition. So asking is to be released from eng lit briefly. Okay, lit briefly, visiting the motoring group, is li in AA. So asking to be released from eng. Querying? Enquiring. Oh my lord. Enquiring without the eng around the outside gives you quirin, and it is quirinalia. Right, 24. Put an end to gossip and stop one tweeting. Gossip. I was thinking gab or gas or yak. Put an end to para. Some sort of parrot. Could be one tweeting. I don't think so. And stop. I mean, I just can't see any of the parts of this apart from possibly gossip. Put an end to. Can a gossip and then stop. Halt? No. It's so difficult when you've just got vowels because you could put any consonants in between them, really. I just think I'm not going to know this word, unfortunately. Put an end to. To can mean to end someone's job or something. And stop one. See, and it's not impossible that I'm really just going to have to give up at this point and look up both that word and this nictilastic, because I can't quite see why. Big Apple, NY, could be either the beginning or around it. Contingent latterly. Oh, that could just be T. As E.G. Tamworth. Latterly accommodated as E.G. Tamworth. I just don't know. Put an end to. Para is such a standard start for words as the prefix that it seems very plausible, but there are others, I suppose, that cata. Is it cat? Gossip? Catapult nearly fits, but there's just an extra space, eh? One tweeting. Chick or anything. Can't think of any definitions for that. So, gonna just give up at this point. I mean, it's no shame with this puzzle. Look at those words in the grid. They're just mad. So I'm gonna call up a word searcher and see what we get for these last two remaining answers. Let's do the nyctilasty one first. Haven't certainly understood if that's right, why it's right. Let's have a look at the clue one more time. Big apple contingent latterly accommodated as e.g. Tamworth sleeper movement. And I think this is some sort of eyelid movement that's involved in sleeping. And if I had a better memory, I could remember what that word is. Nocty sounds good for night, but I think it's nicty, which is to do with blinking. Nicty, let's see then. N blank C blank. Sorry, let's just pull this down so you can see me entering. Blank I blank A blank T blank. Nyctinasty. Okay, well I was close with that, but not quite right. Let's see with the other phrase, and here, I don't know, I can't. Gossip could be any of the words I've mentioned. Banana quit, what the heck is that meant to be? So that's nyctinasty. Let's see if we can understand why. Contingent. Cast? With tin in it? Big apple. M1. Contingent. Tasty? No. It's E.G. Tamworth. Just don't know why. Now, what is going on here? Put an end to gossip and stop. Quit is put an end to. Gossip and stop one tweeting. Ban is to stop. So banana quit must be some odd modern word meaning to put an end to gossip. There we go, the puzzle was completed correctly. So, I mean, those are the right answers. I think I'm going to have to look up nyctinasty and banana quit, because I don't know what those are. I might want to look up moxa as well, because I wasn't expecting that word at all. So I'll have a quick look into Chambers here and see what they say about those words, just to finish off the video. Come on, let's come up and tell us what they mean. Of course, I might have too old a version of Chambers to have banana quit if it is something very modern in it, I'm afraid. We'll have to see about that. Or it might just not come up at all, which is also possible. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. So, banana quit. No, it doesn't have it in this Chambers, so that must be something modern. You may well know it. I'm afraid I don't. And as for nyctinasty, sleep movement in plants, the joint effect of Chambers in light and temperature. So can a Tamworth be a plant? It wasn't to do with eyelid, no, it's just pigs. I don't know. If anybody can explain nyctinasty and banana quit to me, then that would be great. But otherwise, thanks very much for watching. Let's have a quick look at moxa. I don't know what that meant. No, we won't have a look at moxa. We'll just end the video there. And thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. See you again soon on Cryptic.